Good morning, it's Tony here at Smart Toyota in Madison. It's the all-new 2024 Toyota Grand Highlander Platinum Edition. Hey, the color on this one, Storm Cloud, a new color for 2024. Love it, love it, love it. It's a non-metallic color. Hey, in this video, we're going to walk around the outside, talk about all the great exterior features, and then later in the video, we'll jump inside. Let's get started right up front. Grand Highlander does look a lot different up front than the Highlander edition, especially the upper headlight assembly. It is amazing, beautiful headlights. Take a look at those LED turn signals. These are your four-ways also. LED projector style headlights, LED daytime running lights. I also like the black bezels around the lights as well. That's standard. And then the upper grille is more squared off than it is on the Highlander, and I do like the chrome trim going all the way up and over there. Of course, the huge Toyota badge in the middle, which is going to have some sensors behind there, your dynamic radar cruise control. The Grand Highlander has Safety Sense 3.0, so all the best safety equipment is going to be standard on the Grand Highlander, and then this one is your Platinum Edition, so when we dive inside you'll see some additional features that are really cool. Lower grille, huge grille, no bumper on Toyotas anymore. In fact, bumpers only have to be, I think it's 5 miles per hour energy absorbing bumpers, so there really isn't a bumper, it's all grille. We do have LED fog lights surrounded by the ABS plastic, which is very durable, help protect those fog lights if you do any off-road driving, although I doubt it in this vehicle, namely because it's so low to the ground. About the only off-road driving you're going to do with this is over to the shelter at the city park. There is parking sensors, pre-collision up front. This silver trim across the bottom looks nice. It's a metallic gray grille. We also have the forward-facing camera for the 360 view. That's pretty nice. A lot of technology built in right up front. Let me know if you like the style on the front end for the 24 Grand Highlander. As I said, this is an all-new vehicle for Toyota, and people have really said, hey, we'd like to have more room in here, and it does have quite a bit more room, particularly in the back seat. Let's take a look at our wheels and our tire setup. So the over fenders are the ABS plastic. They're not painted, so they're easy to replace if you do pick up any scratches, dents, or dings. Your wheels, these are going to be a 20-inch cast aluminum wheel. They're kind of a metallic gray painted with the satin silver finish. Continental tires on here. These really are going to be a nice road tire. Don't recommend them for any heavy off-road driving. Actually, don't recommend the vehicle for that. So that tire is a 255 55 series tire, of course, 20-inch. Chrome lug nuts, four-wheel disc brakes, anti-lock brakes, traction control, independent front suspension. This one's been upgraded with the factory mud guards, and then Toyota's now going with these wide rocker panel moldings down here as well. I really like those. They protect the bottom of the door. If you open your door into a curb or something, you're not going to damage the door itself. And they're easily replaced because they're mounted over the top of the door, so a couple twists of a screwdriver and you can replace these yourself if you pick up any damage when you're parked. Color to match outside door handles with the smart keyless entry system is going to be standard. Outside mirrors do have the turn signals in here. These are colored to match. They fold in. By the way, those are power folding mirrors as well. They also break away, so if somebody clips with a bike or shopping cart, minimize damage. Blind spot monitoring, they're heated. They're of course power adjustable. Underneath, there's a camera, there's a puddle light, all part of that 360 camera setup. Chrome accents on the lower part of the windows with gloss black pillars here. I don't care for this as much. I think it looks nice, but it does pick up scratches, so if you're wearing rings and you go to slam the door or close the door, you might put scratches in there, so be careful with that. We do have the panoramic moonroof, and this one does open all the way up, as you can see here. We also have a roof rail system, and you can buy attachments up here for bikes and kayaks and canoes, those types of things. Privacy glass on all of your back windows. Gas door is going to be right here on the driver's side. And you'll notice we do have four-wheel disc brakes on the Grand Highlander as well. There's those rear mud guards. Again, that's an upcharge. Also up top, colored to match shark fin antenna. Spoiler, high mounted spoiler, colored to match. A little bit of flat black trim here for styling. There is a LED third brake light up above there. That looks really great. Spans the entire part of the spoiler. You'll see the rear tail lights, also LED backup lights, and then similar to what we saw up front with the black bezels on the rear tail lens assemblies. I think it looks really nice on here. As we move all the way around to the back, we of course have privacy glass, rear window defrost, rear washer wiper. There's that third brake light up there. This glass does not open. There is a camera behind here, part of the 360 camera setup on this one. And then down here, they're using the newer Toyota logo or badge, gloss black trim, and then you can see it does read Toyota Grand Highlander here, kind of subtle. And of course, platinum with the chrome. And then this one does have the hybrid max system, so that 363 horsepower power plant. Down underneath, there's your backup camera. We do have a power lift gate. Later in the video, we'll actually jump inside, take a look at the cargo area. Lower bumper, I do like this, is all that matte black ABS plastic, easy to replace. You've got your parking sensors. You've got a kick sensor here to be able to open the tailgate. Here's your trailer towing hitch, and it's pre-wired here. And then we do have dual exhaust coming out the back here. Be a quick look underneath at the suspension. It's not a true dual exhaust. You can see it comes back to a muffler system and then it splits out into those dual exhaust pipes. These are going to be reflectors. I like the way that they trimmed them out. That looks pretty nice. This is all kind of a silver painted trim on the back. That of course is all plastic as well. And then as I mentioned, we do have the kick sensor. Let's see if it works. Nope, it's not turned on up front. So there's always the option to hit the button, or you can use the key on your remote keyless fob. I'm gonna go around here real quick and just get a little bit of interior here on the passenger side. And the reason being is there's some interesting features on the passenger side, namely this little storage cubby down here. So I've not seen that on Toyotas before. That's not on the driver's side, it's only on your passenger side. And then they do have this package shelf up here, and it does have a rubber insert, so hopefully things won't slide around. And you'll notice there's a USB charging opportunity right there as well. And then on the Platinum Edition, we do have the power passenger seat with power recliner. No lumbar support on the passenger seat. Here's a quick look at the seat itself. And of course, there's your panel moonroof. As far as the passenger door, I do like this trim that's on here. I don't know if it shows up on the camera all that well, but it's kind of a diamond pattern. It's not textured, but it looks really nice. Of course, power windows, power door locks. Interesting, they do line the door handles with felt. And then there's pockets down here with bottle holders, a speaker, and a puddle light, which is an upgrade on here as well. So you'll see similar features over on the driver's door, but I just wanted to show you the passenger compartment for just those couple reasons. So let's go ahead, we'll head up front, we'll pop the hood, we'll check out the Hybrid Max power plant. On the 24 Highlander, there are two power plants available, and the Platinum comes standard with the top of the line power plant. So this is a combination gasoline electric hybrid. On the left hand side is our engine. It's a 2.4 liter 16 valve gasoline engine connected to a 6-speed automatic transmission, so a traditional automatic transmission standard on here. On the right hand side, this is where we've got some of our electronic components, and you can see them down in there. They're not using as much orange cabling on this model as they have on others. There's a little bit of it. So on this side is your electric components, and this is an electric all-wheel drive, so the rear wheels are powered by electric motors. Combined horsepower on this turbocharged hybrid engine, 362 horsepower. Now, they no longer offer the V6 on the Highlander products. They're all 4 cylinders, they're all turbos, so the performance is really strong, much stronger than the 6-cylinder. Gas mileage, combined city and highway gas mileage, 27 miles per gallon, so pretty good fuel economy. We do have multi-terrain select on here as well, which is an awesome off-road drive system. Now, as far as the fuel or the warranty on the vehicle itself, or the power plant, the gas engine and the automatic transmission have a 5-year, 60,000 mile powertrain warranty, no deductible. The hybrid system, there's 2 warranties. One of them is the mechanical hybrid warranty, and that's going to be an 8-year, 100,000 mile mechanical warranty, no deductible. And then the hybrid battery has a 10-year, 150,000 mile warranty, no deductible. And then, of course, every new Toyota does come standard with Toyota Care. That's your basic maintenance, so your fluid top-offs, your oil changes, your tire rotations, and roadside assistance. Toyota covers all of that for the first 2 years or 25,000 miles with no deductible. And the vehicle itself has a 3-year, 36,000 mile limited warranty designed to cover any manufacturer defects that the other warranties don't cover. So a really great warranty package on a really high quality SUV. Let's go ahead and jump inside. So on the driver's door, really all the same features we saw earlier in the video over on the passenger door. There's just a couple features here that are interesting. The Platinum Edition does have the memory driver seat, so 2-position memory driver seat, which controls the driver's seat for 2 drivers, as well as the outside mirrors. And then also, of course, you have the power mirror controls here on the door panel. And then this switch right here is the power outside mirror. So this mirror here, you can retract it either manually, or you could set it up to the auto mode, so it automatically folds in when you put the vehicle in park. Pockets down on the doors, just like we saw on the other side. And this right here is an illuminated puddle light that lights up this entire area down here, so you don't step in the puddles. That is an upgrade on here. Now, this does sit up a little bit higher because it has the 21-inch wheels and tires. The door opens up nicely and largely unobstructed, so it's easy to get in. They do have this aluminum threshold plate here that's embossed with the Grand Highlander logo. Driver's seat, pretty much the same as we saw on the passenger side, with the exception of we add the 2-position lumbar support here on the driver's seat. As far as the fabrics, we've got leather, we've got suede, ventilated, heated, and they're using that bronze stitching and piping here. We've got a height adjustable headrest, height adjustable seat belt, and side impact airbags built into the seat, so those move forward as you move forward. Keeps them in the best safety position. Dashboard, really interesting design to the dashboard on here. It's got all kinds of lines and levels and layers and fabrics. This is a fabric here on the dashboard. There's 4 vents across the front, and then you can see they're using that bronze trim, metallic bronze trim on the inside. And maybe you can see this pattern trim down here a little bit different. Not seen this on vehicles before. They're using this bronze trim also on the Toyota Crown, so interesting way of designing the interior. Dimmer switch for your dash lights, odometers here. We've got automatic high beams, heated steering wheel. We've got a 120 volt outlet in the back. You can turn it on and off here. Power lift gate control. There's a little storage cubby right here for your toll money, I guess. Hood release, gas door release, dead pedal, brake, and accelerator right down there where you would expect them. And then we have a manual tilt and telescoping steering wheel right there. Let's grab a seat. So here behind the driver's seat, basically I have my camera up against my nose because I wanted to show you just exactly how much room there is in the front driver's seat, front passenger compartment. It's really, really spacious. As far as leg room for the driver, got myself some new kicks. Let me know if you like them. I couldn't drive it with the seat all the way back. I've got it all the way back right now. If you're 6 footer plus, this vehicle is going to be just fine for you. If you're shorty like me, it should be fine. You can move that seat around, raise it up, down, power recliner and such. Take a look at our steering wheel, leather wrap steering wheel, electric steering as well. More of that bronze trim. You're going to see that throughout the vehicle on the inside. Driver's side airbag, of course. There's 8 airbags inside this vehicle. Cruise controls are over here with your dynamic radar cruise, and your lane tracing assist is there as well. Sound system controls. Over here, controls for your information center. That's going to be up here. Take a look at that in a minute. Bluetooth connectivity for your smartphone, voice activation, and volume for your sound system is here. On the steering wheel, we do have paddle shifters right there. So shift up and down. That's interesting. I haven't seen that before in this particular vehicle, or even in a Highlander as far as that goes. I think it might be in the XSE, but it's interesting to see it in this particular unit. They've gotten rid of it in some vehicles. Rear washer wiper, front washer wiper, intermittent settings on both. And then over on this side, we've got our controls for our headlights. We do have auto on and off for our headlights. I mentioned before, auto high beams. There's a switch down here. And then we have our LED fog lights that are here as well. Let's take a look at the gauge cluster. So this is in a full electronic gauge cluster, 12.3 inch gauge cluster. And on the left hand side, we've got our charging system information, outside temperature, a clock, our speedometer, digital speedometer here. And then using the controls on the steering wheel, we can go ahead and toggle through some of our settings to personalize this for our own liking. We also have our tire pressure monitoring, battery monitoring, trip information. So there's a lot of information right in that cluster, and you can really personalize this vehicle up nicely. Now the Platinum Edition also has a 10-inch heads-up display, and boy, I doubt if you can see it, but it's up here in the dashboard. Projects up on the windshield and has a variety of information, including a compass, including your speedometer, your roadside assist. I can see it. You can't probably in this video. Head over to the center console, and this is pretty wide. It takes up a good portion of the front seat, and there's a ton of features up here. So here's our sound system. This is a 12.3 inch touchscreen. There's only one switch. That's this one right here to turn it on and off. This one is sold, so I'm not going to be able to show you how everything works, but I did want to show you, if I can, the sound system settings. So notice everything's touchscreen except for the on and off and volume controls. There's also a volume control on the steering wheel. Now, we do have AM, FM, Sirius satellite radio standard. We also have wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Alexa compatible. We also have 4G connectivity. So there's a lot of stuff in this cluster. It's a really easy to read screen, and it really doesn't obstruct your view as you're driving the vehicle. Also, I just want to show you really quickly the backup camera. So there's your backup camera. You can see on this side, this is our 360 view, and we can zoom in and we can zoom out. There's a lot of different features in here, including what they call a perimeter scan. So it kind of scans the entire vehicle to show you where you're at and what's going on. We do have path projection on there as well for backing up. Really easy to read, really easy to see. Lots of settings in here, so if you want to change your perspective, you can definitely go in here and tailor this to your own liking. But nice 12.3 inch screen with the JBL audio system, and that's going to provide you with 11 speakers and a subwoofer. So with JBL, you pick up these extra speakers up here in the A pillars. Really great sound system. You'll have to stop by and give it a listen, decide for yourself. The next section we're going to dive into is our heating and air conditioning controls. That's down here. So the front driver and front passenger has heated seat controls right there, automatic temperature controls. One of the things I like about these, Toyota's paid some attention to detail. This is all soft touch paint, and the back sides of these, this is all rubber bezels. So really nice attention to detail. We do have front window defrost, electronic front window de-icer, rear window defrost with heated outside mirrors. That's the controls there for that. And then we have 3 different climate systems, so front passenger, front driver, and also the rear compartment can change their own temperature as well. They can adjust their own climate back there. And then here's the controls for the front passenger heat and ventilated seats. So all the luxury amenities you would expect in the Platinum Edition is going to be standard here. Let's go ahead and turn that off. And we'll make an adjustment here so this doesn't crank up on me. Interesting though, there are no temperature controls over on the steering wheel anymore. They're all right here. Vents here, 4-way hazards here, more of that bronze trim fabric dashboard with the stitching. Go ahead and throw on a light here so you can see down here. Here's our View 360 camera button, so when we tap that, it does a quick 360 degree perimeter scan. Uses all those cameras we saw on the outside. There's a USB charging port here. We have wireless charging for your smartphone. Another USB-C port here. Push button start is going to be right there. Now as far as features down on the center console, just a big storage compartment here with cup holders. Real short, knobby, stubby little shifter. It's leather wrapped, more of that bronze trim. Pretty interesting to use it. You pull it over, pull it back to go to drive, push it up to go to reverse, and then you've got a push button here to put it back in park. Electronic parking brake hold, traction control on and off. Here's the multi-terrain select controls. These are really cool. So you can dial this to mud and sand, dirt and rock. And when you do that, there's a visual up here on the gauge cluster. Let me show you, see if I can turn off my light, see if you can see it. So as I toggle through this, it's going to have different animations to tell me I'm on the rock and dirt. And if I flip it, mud and sand. So there is a visual indicator up on the dashboard. When we do that, we go back to normal, and that's going to be your normal mode. So you don't necessarily have to look down to see what mode you're in. You can see it right up on the dashboard. And then we do have our eco and our sport setting, and that too provides an animation. So you can see red is sport, and then green goes over to eco. So that's all done right there in the cluster. That's really, really cool. What else? We've got snow. We've got downhill assist. So if we want to go into snow mode, guess what? You get an indicator up on the dashboard as well for snow. As far as your center armrest, so it is padded. It feels like it's leather. I'm guessing it's leather. But it doesn't open up. It slides back like a roll top desk. So we'll roll that back. Let me see if I can throw some light down in there. It's really, really deep. A lot of storage. It's not locking. And then there's a 12-volt outlet on the back side right there. Don't know if you can see that, but there's a place there you can plug in maybe a radar detector or something like that. Here's a quick look at the passenger side. Of course, your panel moonroof. That looks awesome. That's standard on the Platinum Edition. I really, really like that idea. And then we basically already covered this side of the vehicle. The only thing I didn't show you was the glove box. Nice sized glove box. Of course, the owner's manuals are in there, and it does have a key lock on the glove box as well. We'll take a quick look up top. Passenger assist handles up there. Vanity mirrors with lights on both sides. Visors. They don't extend. They slide like so. And then overhead, we've got some features up here. Let's see if we can get those to come in. So overhead lighting, visor for your panel roof, moonroof opening, safety connect. So that's what you'd push if you need roadside assistance. Place for your sunglasses. We also have the top of the line rear view mirror. So on the rear view mirror, we've got garage door openers, and then this is going to be the digital mirror. So let me just exit out of here, flip this up, and you can see that's got the digital rear camera. That's the camera that's behind the glass on the tailgate. I showed that earlier in the video. That's the camera that will show you what you need to see on the back. You can see it basically if you had passengers in the back seat. That's nice because you don't have to worry about seeing their head in the rearview mirror using the old school mirror. So you can use one or the other, totally up to you. So that's a quick overview here up front. Let's check out the back seats. So heading into the back here, just take a quick look at the door. It is an all black door panel. There's none of that bronze trim back here, a silver door handle. I do like the shades. These are standard. These are in addition to the privacy glass. So if you have a little one in a car seat, that can come in really handy to give them that extra protection from the sun. There's a little storage cubby right here. The back door handles are felt lined in here as well, so all fabric on the door handles. These are padded, one touch up and down on the windows, bottle holders, and a speaker in that back door. Take a look at our seat. So on this one, this is going to be a 7-passenger with the captain's chairs here in the back. Same thing we saw up front as far as the fabric. So we've got that leather with that ultra suede insert and the bronze trim there. The back seats do slide forward for getting in and out of the back, and I think it gives you more than ample room. I do like the threshold. It's kind of an oversized step plate there, make it easier for the kiddos to get up in the back. You know, of course, one of the big selling points on the Grand Highlander is the extra room behind there and in that third row seat. We'll jump in there in just a minute. I'm just going to slide this back. A lot of legroom, easy to get in, that's for sure. So take a look at the legroom. I've got that seat forward to my driving position, and it's just an incredible amount of space. There's pockets here, pockets here. We've got our heating and air conditioning controls down here, so I'll show you what that looks like. So remember up front I said that the backseat passengers have their own temperature controls, so it's a complete separate system. They can control it on their own. We also have heated and ventilated seats here in the second row. There's a USB-C here, another one there, and then a 120 volt outlet down there. There's also one in the trunk as well, so plenty of places to charge, plug in your electronics. Right here in the center, there's a little storage compartment with that bronze trim. Great place to drop your smartphone right there. Cup holders as well, and a little storage cubby in the center. I don't think this comes out. I wish it did. So you could, number one, it'd be easier to clean. Oh, maybe it does. Oh, it does. Look at that. Ha! Learned something new just by picking away at it. So you could pull that out, take it in the house, and give it a good cleaning. I like that. Cool. And then this just stays here. I imagine underneath there's some access to some electronics or something, but this is just a stationary plate right there. But I do like that. That's pretty cool. I'm glad I pulled on it and played with it to figure that out. Wonder how many salespeople know that. But that's removable. Boom, right back into place. Good idea. Way to go, Toyota. Passenger assist grip, code hook up there. We also have our, you can see the heating and air conditioning, ventilation, and then there's a lamp up there. Same thing over here on the driver's side, same features. A lot of room, very comfortable, super spacious, armrest. These seats lay back, they recline. They do everything except for cartwheels down the highway. So I wish they were electric, like you push one button and they fold down. Maybe next year. Let's take a look at the third row. Here's a quick look to the front of the vehicle from the third row. You can see it's a long ways up there. Here in the third row, there's definitely more legroom in the third row than the Highlander. More headroom too. There's cup holders back here, USB charging ports there, vents for your heating and air conditioning. They don't have separate temperature controls in the third row. It's all controlled by the second row, but it does have, it's comfortable. As an adult, 5'7", I don't think 6-footers are going to want to be back here long, but you know, anybody under 6 feet will be fine. Height adjustable headrest. There's 3 headrests. There's actually 3 seat belts back here, making this a total of 7 passengers. And let's take a look over here on this side. USB port, more cup holders. I think it's funny how many cup holders cars have in it. This one literally in the third seat has 6 different cup holders in just the third row seat. But it is comfortable. I think they hit the spot on this. The headroom's good, legroom's good. Definitely adults could ride back here. Under 6-footers though, I think is really the sweet spot. Let's take a look in the trunk. So that the trunk, the lift gate does go up nice and high. It is programmable for different heights, but if you're you know, if you're 6'4", you're probably going to bonk your head, but for the average person, I think they're going to be able to walk under there quite easily. It is a power lift gate. It does have the kick sensors up in the lift gate. There's also speakers up here, so that'll make nice for tailgating for the Packer games. I really like this idea. They've not done this before. These are LED lights here on the tailgate. It's really going to light up this entire area at night. So I think that's a great feature that Toyota's not done on other units. Take a look in the rear cargo area. So one of the big advantages is of course way more room behind the third seat here in the back. There is a 120 volt outlet right here, so you can plug in your regular appliances. There's your subwoofer for the JBL audio system. Does come with a cargo net, nice flat floor back here, and then there is, I'm sorry, I said cargo net, I meant it does come with a cargo cover, and the cargo cover is right here underneath the storage area. And then you do have your jack under there, and then the spare tire is going to be mounted underneath in the back. Now the seats do fold down. As you can see, you can fold 60% or the 40% that I've got down right now, and that's a big win because the amount of room going all the way up through here, definitely an air mattress will fit in here. If you're going to do a single air mattress, go do like an overnight, perfect. If you've got snow skis, perfect. Long items, need to take something home from the Home Depot, perfect. What I don't like about these seats is they're not power, number one, and that would be great on a Platinum edition. And to bring them up, you still have to reach all the way up here. If you're a shorty like me, that could be a problem. And to put them down, this is the part that's even more challenging. So if you're a short person like myself, it might be difficult to reach up in here and put it down. And then this is really tight to get it to pull down. So you have to push up on that toggle, on that lever right there, and then push it forward as much as you can. I would have thought that Toyota would have come up with an easier way to do that, because if you're a small person, that's not as easy as it would be if you're a 6-footer. I'm 5'7", and I still have to push up on this. It takes a lot of thumb strength, and then I can bring it down, and down it goes. But I wish they would have made that more of a power or a push button system where it did it all by itself. But there is a lot of room in there, you can see that, and that's the advantage of going up from the Highlander to the Grand Highlander. So there you go, that's the 24 Toyota Grand Highlander Platinum Edition. Hey, if you have any questions or comments or concerns about this video or this vehicle, be sure and ask me in the comments. I'm happy to answer them for you. And then feel free to like and subscribe and share it out. This is an all-new vehicle in the Toyota lineup, and I have a feeling it's going to be a hot seller. This is Tony here at Smart Toyota. Thanks for watching.